I have result of a blood test. Did he have a blood test?
I believe, I see the same thing in there.
Court calls the case, People versus Joshua Llewellyn.
Alexander Hermanowski with on behalf Joshua Llewellyn, who's here approaching at this time. Joshua, please state your name for the record.
Josh Llewellyn.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is a time and date set for pre-trial. I haven't discussed this matter with Mr. Llewellyn as well as with the prosecution. We have agreement in this matter. Resolution is for a added count of operating while visibly impaired and dismissing count one. And we're ready to proceed.
That is correct, Your Honor.
May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name.
Joshua Llewellyn.
Sir, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to an added count two of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $300 fine plus court costs. The court could order any rehabilitative services the court deems necessary, as well as community service. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution, as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, sir?
Correct.
Understanding that you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Correct.
Did you sign an advice of rights form?
I believe we signed one earlier in the process. I don't have that.
I have one.
We'll sign one now. These are the rights that you're giving
You
me.
had previously signed an advice of rights form, is that correct? Or not? You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Correct.
Any questions regarding any of those rights?
Sir.
You'll see a copy on the podium. Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Correct.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Correct.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
Sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
Doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will
Sir.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense? November 21st, 2023, at the location of Packard and Gulfside Road, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume intoxicating liquor?
Just beer.
Pardon?
Beer.
How much beer did you have?
Give or take, over a 6-pack.
Okay, were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
I was stopped for going a little over the speed limit.
All right. Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes.
Were you taken to the police station or hospital?
Police station.
Did they give you a data master or breathalyzer test?
Yes. Twice. At 2 separate stations.
I have a result of a blood test. Did he have a blood test?
I believe, I see the same thing in there. I
No,
believe
there was 2 breathalyzers, no blood.
the BAC I have from the, I believe they're Intoxilizer. Intoxilizer 9000 is a 0.138. The report looks a lot like the report from the state blood
Yes,
draws.
it does. All right. Do you have any reason to dispute those blood tests or those blood alcohol level, those results of the testing?
No, sir.
All right. Taking everything into consideration on that date and at that time, do you believe that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was visibly impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
The people are satisfied, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be
May 22nd at 9 a.m.
May 22nd, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This conditions will continue. Court does call the case of the People versus Von Nathan Gibson.
Good morning, this is Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Gibson. Mr. Gibson, please state your name correctly.
Devonathan Gibson.
Your Honor, if I may have one moment. Your Honor, as to the pretrial, we are asking for an adjournment. He's scheduled to be before you tomorrow on a PCC, and he wants to resolve that case. But we have been in communications with Ms. Barroso, and we do plan on resolving these cases. We would like to resolve the felony and see what happens to that. And I do have a request as to bond when the court is ready.
I'm ready.
So his bonds on these three cases are very low. I think they're set at $50. He is asking for them to be reduced to personal bond. The bond on the felony is also low, I believe, at $50 as well. I believe they were set because he was being held on a 15th district court violation. He was sentenced to serve time. That sentence will be up tomorrow, the 18th. So once that's over, all of his bonds are nominal, but he is asking for them to be set at personal bonds. And additionally, the court has ordered him to be fit with a scram tether on release. He is asking to be on a sober link. He informed me he's diabetic and has high blood pressure, and due to swelling, he's worried that the scram tether is going to be painful. He's also in physical therapy for ankle issues and does water therapy, and that cannot be fully submerged. So for those reasons, he's asking for a sober link rather than a scram.
That part of the request is denied. It will be a scram tether, and we'll have to figure that out. As to the reduction in bond from the
Yes,
people.
Your Honor. First off, I just want to note that between these three cases that are just the three that are before us, there have been at least 3 bench warrants for failure to appear. One on February 17th, 2021, one on May 5th of 2021, and one on August 16th of 2023. He has demonstrated that he is not able to return to court on these 3 cases. There's also a pending matter in 14A3 and 4, and then he has 2 PCs which are up tomorrow. There has been a global offer that has been extended to resolve all of these matters. I think it would be most appropriate if we just left bond where it is right now, have him stay in custody so that we can resolve all of these and then reevaluate bond once that is completed. Especially given the fact that these are very old cases, and the fact that they've gone on this long is because he failed to show up multiple times.
You addressed everything except I don't think he mentioned that there are matters pending in 3 and 4,
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
that there are other matters pending that are not mine or the PCC.
I believe they are they resolved?
It's the
They're still
global,
pending.
the global offer included an offer on that case. It's a retail product.
Okay, he says he has personal bonds on those cases. And he did want me to inform the court that he did turn himself in on all of these warrants.
Eventually. What, he turned himself in on each one of these warrants every time?
This time that
This last time, he might have.
on March 24th of this year, yeah.
Yeah, but what about the previous?
He says he was in and out of the hospital, was having,
I've tried to turn myself in before 3 multiple times, but because of my blood pressure, I was released to the hospital, custody of the hospital.
Do you have PRs on his 14 cases? 3 and 4?
And Your Honor, I will swear under oath that I'll be back to my court date.
Here's his bonds to PR 5,000 on these 3 matters. He still doesn't get a place. He's still got the bond on the other case. And but we'll do that and dare you not to come back.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
This case, people versus Samantha Thompson.
Bridget Coons on behalf of Ms. Thompson, state your name for the record.
Samantha Thompson.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Ms. Thompson would be pleading guilty as charged with the opportunity for a deferred sentence.
That is correct, Your Honor. There is also no restitution at issue.
Ma'am, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name again for the record.
Samantha Thompson.
All right, ma'am, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of retail fraud third degree. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by
Yeah.
up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that becomes the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you, as well as your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to discharge?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
And because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
March 25th, 2023, at the location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. What do you do at the Walmart store that makes you think that you're guilty?
I was paying for my groceries, having problems with the scan gun. At some point, I gave up caring that it was having problems, and that is totally my fault. I should have went to the attendant instead of just getting pissed off.
Okay. So when you say you were having problems with it, you started bagging and putting things without scanning them?
Yeah.
Okay. You knew that you hadn't scanned them, is that correct?
Yeah.
And then you tried to walk out of the store without paying for them, is that correct?
Yep.
The store was open to the public at the time?
Yes.
You didn't have anybody's permission to do that, did you?
No.
And the items that you failed to scan and tried to walk out with, these were items that were offered for sale by Walmart?
Yes.
Counsel, have I complied with the code?
Satisfied.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this offense. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report and consideration of prosecutors deferred. Sentencing in this matter will be May 22nd, 2024. Wow. At 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. All right, ma'am, I'm going to ask you to hold on the line a moment. I'm going to put you in with probation intake so we can start the process of toward sentencing, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there somebody here to transfer? Oh, you got it. Okay. You just kind of can do everything. The court does call the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus, is it John Jang?
现在的话，我们是由 Michigan 州叫张军。
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
之后我们现在还有Morgan Barroso 是就是说是代表人民的检察官。
Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of the defendant.
现在是有就是说是辩护律师的助理 Lauren Perry 代表辩护者。
Hey, what are we doing today?
今天我们在做什么？
We're asking to set this for final settlement conference.
我们现在在要求，就是说到时候把要求一个最终的一个开会议。
Jury final settlement conference will be set for June 7th, 2024 at 9 a.m.
所以就是所以这个陪审团的最终和解会议的话呢，会再安排在6月7号，2024年早晨9点钟。
Jury selection, if necessary, will be June 10th, 2024 at 8:30.
假如说如果有必要的情况下，就是到时候找陪审团的日期会是6月10号，2024年早晨8点半。
Those proceedings are in person.
这些就是说程序的话是必须要在场的。
And will continue. Thank you.
之后在那时候我们会继续下去。
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
有几天要在场的？
I have to be on site that day.
Yes.
对，需要在场。
6月7号还有
And so
还有哪
that's
天？
on June the 7th or which day?
Both dates, June the 7th and June 10th.
6月7号，并且6月10号那2天都需要。
Thank you.
谢谢。Thank you for using our services, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You do the same.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And I'm gonna carry this one over to the next block. I got a 12 o'clock block. Okay, we'll figure out who's here. Court's gonna stand in recess.
All rise.
Court calls the case, People versus Drew. Is it Ben Shatter? Oh, this is an arraignment.
Yes.
Your name, sir?
Drew Ben Scooter.
Sir, you are before the court on the charge of embezzlement by an agent or trustee, $200 or more, but less than $1,000. Do you understand the nature of that charge?
Yes.
All right, that is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and $2,000 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased if 3 times the value of the property which is embezzled or otherwise converted to your use. If that's greater than $2,000, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. First thing I'll ask you is, do you want to be represented by an attorney? No.
Or yes. Yeah, sorry.
Well, do you want to be represented by an attorney? It's up to
I
you.
planned on just pleading guilty.
Really?
Yes, I believe so.
And face a year in jail?
I'll take the attorney.
You'll take the attorney? Okay.
My apologies.
Probably a good choice.
On behalf of Mr. Bunsbatter, at this time, we would waive any further reading of the charges and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pre-trial in this matter will be adjourned May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Bond will be set in the amount of a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. I will also indicate I'll order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of weapons. I will order also no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You are also not to enter. I think the store at dispute is Walmart. Well, the complaint I have is corrected. And Walmart, Meyer is struck. And it says Walmart, and the address I have is the 7,000 East Michigan. So that's Walmart.
Okay. Can you tell me the offense date range on there? Is that still one date or is it?
Offense date is September 13th, 2023 to November 15th, 2023. You're not to enter any Walmart store in the state of Michigan. You understand that? So court does call the case, People versus Shakari Davis.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
I think we're gonna have a problem.
This is the other half.
Yeah, the whole other. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt your phone call.
So sorry. Good morning.
Why'd you tell her? Go ahead. Shakari Davis.
Bridget Coombs on behalf of Ms. Davis. Ms. Davis, if you can say your name for the record.
Shakari Davis.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, Ms. Davis was going to plead guilty as charged in exchange for a deferred sentence.
That is correct.
All right. Ms. Davis, you got to steady your camera. All right.
Sorry, Judge.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes.
State your name for the record, please.
Shaquari Davis.
Okay, you got to stay in one spot, or I don't usually get motion sick, but
I'm sorry, Judge.
you good?
Yes, I'm sorry for giving you
Okay,
motion
all right.
sickness.
State your name again, please.
Shaquari Davis.
All right, ma'am, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of retail fraud in the third degree.
Yes.
What?
I'm trying to
Ms. Davis, you got keep that camera still.
You got it? Okay.
Yes.
This court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of retail fraud in the third degree. That is. Pete's. Really? Really, Miss Davis?
I
Where'd she
don't
go?
know. Can you see me?
No. Well, now we can.
Okay.
All right. It's a misdemeanor that's punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. And understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yes.
You're on probation?
Yes.
This incident, from my understanding, was before she was placed on probation.
Okay, so in October of 2023, you were not on probation, is that correct?
Correct.
Has anybody promised you anything
No.
other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead guilty?
No, nobody has promised me anything.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
And because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
October 16th, 2023, at the location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. What'd you do at the Walmart store that makes you think that you're guilty?
Didn't scan ground beef.
I can't hear you.
Did not scan ground beef meat.
Okay, so you're walking out of the store and there was items that you didn't scan? You skip
Yes.
scanned? All right. You did that intentionally, is that correct?
Yes.
Store was open to the public at the time?
Yes.
You didn't have anybody's permission to take that property, did you?
No.
And the property that you didn't scan, that was property that was offered for sale by Walmart?
Yes.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this charge.
Your Honor, I do want to note for the record, there is no restitution at issue in this.
No rest, okay. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be May 22nd, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Bond will continue. Ms. Davis, wait on the line. We're going to put you into a breakout room with probation intake to start that process.
Okay.
Court calls the case of the people versus Michael Miller. Can you unmute, Mr. Miller?
Hello,
Hello, state your name.
Michael Miller.
Thank you, sir. What are we doing?
Resolution in this matter, Mr. Miller is going to plead guilty to count 2 in exchange for dismissal of count 1.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Sir, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name again for the record.
Michael Benjamin Miller.
All right, Mr. Miller, it's this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of unlawful use of a license plate, title, or registration. That is indicated a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $100 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question witnesses against you at trial. You're giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, were you on probation? Well, this is 2016, so you'd be off probation by then. Has anybody promised you anything
No, sir.
other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No.
No? Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir. I turned myself in and
All right. You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
And because you believe that you're guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
April 3rd, 2020 or 2016. Location of westbound 994, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. Were you driving a car or a vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have a registration plate or license plate on that vehicle that was not issued to that vehicle?
Correct. I did.
And you did know that it wasn't registered for that vehicle?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
The people are satisfied. Satisfied.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2, count 1 is dismissed. Anything you want to say, sir, before I impose sentence?
Well, I've had the same place for about 6 years now. Job for about 3. I've got custody of my son. I'm just taking care of everything from my past. This is the last place. I've turned myself in 6 different courthouses since Christmas, and everything has been paid in full. And this is the last thing I have hanging over me. So I'm pretty proud of myself.
And should be, if you're getting everything cleared up. Fines and costs of $200. When do you think you can get that paid?
Today.
I should have said 500. No, I'm kidding. All right. Get that paid today, sir. And actually, if you wait a while, if you know how to use a QR code, there's a QR code on the screen, so you can actually pay it online, but it'd take a few hours for them to get it in the system, okay?
Yes, sir.
Calls the case of the people versus Mary McGee.
On behalf of Ms. McGee, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Amari McGee.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'd just be asking for a short adjournment. I started watching the videos with her, but I haven't been able to get through all of them, and I'd like that opportunity to go over everything with her.
May 1st.
Your Honor, I do think that we have a community corrections report that needs to be addressed. It's on the number of late.
I don't have it before.
I have, if you, Anna would like a copy.
Yeah, if I can just take a look at it. Sure. No,
You?
don't. She should have a copy, but go ahead. Let Bridget look at it. We do? I don't have any.
You gotta make sure you're testing on time.
Yep, I called Keith and talked to him, and after that, said to put on other times, and I've been on time ever since. And yeah,
You can't have no more mistake, more. If he sees it as late, he's gonna count that as
positive, it's not, so you can't have any.
You're missing your testing windows. Why is that, ma'am?
I was getting adjusted to it and I had lost the time. So I called Keith and he told me to tell you that I talked to him and I corrected that behavior. I was getting adjusted to waking up at that time and I had lost the paper and I forgot the time at one of them. And then yeah, I set my alarm for three times like he told me, and I've been doing good.
Okay, I see that since at least that time. All right. Just no more late test, okay?
Yes, sir.
Case People versus London Gooden. Hello. What's your name?
London Gooden.
All right. And this is an arraignment, and you're here before the court on a 2-count misdemeanor complaint. All this having occurred or alleged to have occurred on November 21st, 2023 at the location of Ellsworth Road near Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. Count 1 alleges that you did operate a motor vehicle without proper security as required by statute. You understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
Yes.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by not more than 1 year incarceration and not less than $200 nor more than $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Count 2 alleges that on that same date at that same location, yet you did fail to stop at the scene of a property damage accident involving an attended vehicle. You understand that charge, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Like with everybody else.
Yes, I would like.
You like, oh, thank you. See, I like it when people listen. This is a public defender case.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Gooden.
Yes.
And we will waive further reading, stand mute, and
Defendant
ask for
having waived.
another trial date.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pre-trial in this matter will be adjourned to May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. as your invite indicates. Bond will be set at $5,000 personal recognizance bond, all other standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of any weapons. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Just checking something on the complaint. Or no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All that I need. Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus LaShawn Courtright.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of people.
Courtright, if you can unmute yourself and turn on your camera.
Be here to do that. Okay. Somebody has called into the court. Last 3 digits are 027. Can you hit *6? Tell us your name. Hello, state your name. Phone number ending in 027. I don't know who that is. I don't think that's Miss Cartwright.
I will be asking for adjournment. I will state that we have a meeting with her, our office on April 16th. She does have cognitive issues, things that are remember dates and times. So for those reasons, we just be asking for adjournment.
I'm going to issue a bench warrant. I've had to issue a bench warrant. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the 5th one. She needs to get herself here, and usually I think she can. Bond 5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately.
They did have contact with the court right yesterday.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Don't smile at me, Coons. You didn't do anything. It's probation that saved you. So you thank Teresa. May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. Court calls case, People versus Darren Bowden. Your name, sir?
Darren Bowden.
All right. You are here also for an arraignment. Would indicate that the complaint alleges that between the dates of October 22nd and November 29th, 2023, location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue, you being an employee of Walmart, that you committed the offense of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. You understand the nature of that charge, sir?
Yes.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. First question I have for you, do you want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
Yeah, see, people catch on. This is a public defender case. Can I see that last file?
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Bowden.
Yeah.
We will waive any further reading and stand here, Your Honor, ask for a new pretrial date.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. Set his bond at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. I'll order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of weapons, no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. I would indicate also, sir, at this time, you are not to enter any Walmart store in the state of Michigan. You understand? Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Schiller, what are you doing? Court calls case on people versus Mariah, is it Cotto Taylor? Hello, what's your name?
Mariah Crail Taylor.
All right. Ma'am, you are before the court for an arraignment on the charge of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. And this is alleged to have occurred between the dates of October 26, 2023 and January 19, 2024 at the Walmart, 7000 East Michigan Avenue. You understand the nature of the charge and the maximum penalties?
Yes.
All right. First question I have for you is, do you want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
It's a public defender case.
For the purpose on behalf of the defendant, at this time, we want to waive the further reading of the charges and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. As the bond in this case, I'll set the defendant's bond, $5,000 personal recognizance bond, standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of weapons. Here also, there's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that?
Yes.
I will also indicate you're not to enter any Walmart store in the state of Michigan at this time. Court calls case People versus Tamara Motley. You need to unmute.
Sorry about that. Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Tamara Motley.
Ma'am, you are before the court on a misdemeanor complaint that alleges that on or about April 29, 2023, at the location of 4775 Washington Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, state of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Do you understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
Correct.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. It is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Court could also order community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. Your vehicle is subject to immobilization. The court could also order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. My first question to you is, do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
It's a public defender case.
Project from the Washington Public Defender's Office on behalf of Ms. Motley. We would any further reading of the charges and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. as your invite indicates. As to bond, alleged BAC in this matter.
Your Honor, it's a .08 from a data master. It was not technically a traffic stop, but she was found slumped over in a drive-through while the drive-through was closed.
Got it. Okay, bond will be set in the amount of $10,000 personal recognizance bond. I will order standard conditions, including no assault behavior and or use of any weapons. There's to be no possession or consumption of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes,
All right. Anything further?
Ms. Motley, can you just confirm the last four digits of your phone number is 2485?
yes.
Thank you.
All right. Court does call the case of People versus Stephen Richmond.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Spencer Clayton appearing on behalf of Mr. Richmond, who approaches, will be standing to my right, P number 77302. Richmond, can you state your name for the record, please, sir?
Stephen James Richmond.
All right. What are we doing? This is an arraignment as to the arraignment.
Your Honor,
Client waives formal reading, stands mute.
correct, Your Honor.
Defendant in every way, formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter not guilty plea.
Your Honor, as far as the pretrial, I did have the opportunity to speak with the prosecutor. We're asking for an adjournment for discovery purposes.
All right. Will May 1st work for you?
It does, Your Honor, if it could possibly be a little later in the day.
May 1st, 2024. I'll set it at 9 a.m. You'll get the time block. If that's a problem, you'll have to contact my chambers.
Sounds good.
It's the bond in this case.
He does live and work in the area. He works in Plymouth, lives in Saline, doesn't have any reason to come into contact with the alleged complainant in this matter. He has retained counsel. He's here on his own. Obviously, I'd ask the court to consider a personal bond on the matter.
Bond is set at $5,000 personal bond. Other standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of weapons. There's to be no use of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. I'll also indicate that you're to have no contact with Rodney Smith. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
Court calls the case of the People versus David Edmonds. Hello, what's your name?
David Edmonds.
Sir, you are before the court on a complaint that complaint alleges that on or between the dates of September 11, 2020 and November 23rd, 2020, at the location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue, that being the Walmart, that you did commit the offense of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. You understand the nature of that charge?
Yes, sir.
Misdemeanor, it is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail. Or 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court cost. The fine could be increased at 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, then that would become the maximum fine. You understand that, sir? All right. First question I have for you, do you want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, sure.
The public defender case.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Edmonds. We will waive any further readings, stand mute, and request another pretrial date.
Defendant in every way, formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. Set his bond at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond under standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of weapons. There is also to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that, sir? I will also indicate that you are not to enter any Walmart in the state of Michigan. You understand that?
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.